Hi everyone, it's Sara Picken-Brown here, and I'd like to welcome you to this next 45 minutes of Mat Pilates. We've got a full, relatively intense session, full body session today. So there's only two items of weights or tools that you'll need. If you have a black power band, a loop band needs to be a full loop, as you can see here. I'm using the heavy version, so this is the black version usually. I invite you to do that. If you find that that's a little bit challenging for you, you can dial it down with the intensity and then build up to it. That's absolutely fine. You'll also need your dumbbell hand weights. I'm using 1 kilo, but if you have 1.5 or 2 kilos, 2 kilos will be challenging, I'm warning you now, but if you're feeling feisty, then please go for it. You can also, if you don't have dumbbells, you can use your ankle weights that we normally have. When you're ready, we're going to start with the power band around the top of the mid-thigh, just above the knee, and we're going to start with some squats and we'll get moving. Let's get going, shall we? Standing in the middle of your mat. Taking your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, we're going to draw that belly in, lengthen the tailbone down. So a slight sensation of tucking the tailbone under. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down, pressing into balls of the feet and outer edge of the feet. And we're going to move into your deep squats as we press the knees out. Reach the arms forward. Let's go for 20 of these. A little bit pacey. We're going to try and get that heart rate up a little bit today. Good. Summer's coming. Let's get ourselves ready for this. Moving out of winter. The dreary, cold, long days. I'm going to start to move into, shorter days. Long, dark nights. And we'll start to move the body as we move into spring and get ready for summer. So let's get those glutes working. For 10. Good. And 9. And 8. 7. 6. For 5. And 4. For 3. For 2. Beautiful. Last one, we squeeze, hold. Hold here for inhale. Exhale, come to standing. We inhale lower. Exhale, come to standing, slowing right down. Let's do 4 more. Exhale, lift the chest. Come to standing, 3 more. We're starting to get a little bit of a burn through those quads right about now. Keep pressing the knees out and come to standing. 2 more. Exhale. Come to standing. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come to standing. Beautiful. So I'm just going to take a step lengthways on my mat. I want to be right in the middle of your mat. Taking a deep breath in, we squat down, reach the arms out. Place the hands underneath the shoulders, step back and back. One little push-up. You can pop your knees down for your push-up if you choose. Ideally, we want to keep them off the floor. Step forward and we come to standing. So we're going to work those legs a little bit harder because the cable's on there. So we do squat, down, step, step, press, step, step, and stand. We want to alternate each time we step out and step in. So if you did the left, you want to do the right now. Left in and stand. Squat, hands down, left leg back, push up, right leg in, left leg in, stand. Squat, hands back, push, step, stand. Squat, hands, step back, push, step in and stand. 4 more. Good. Excellent. 3. Lovely. Whoop, we're getting a little righty here. And 2. And last one. And we come to standing. Beautiful. All right, so next thing that we're going to do, we take a big deep squat. Try and get the 90-degree angle at those hips. Knees press out over toes. We then stand and stretch the leg to the side before we drop in the squat, reach the arms forward. Arms open to the side, squat, open, and squat. Whoop, knees pressing, and open, and squat. Try and take that weight, the cable, a little lower towards the kneecap, just below the muscle of the quad. Good. Really try and separate those thighs. Chest lifts, belly in for 10. Flexi toes as they come out, 9. And slight bend over at the side body. And 7. And 6. And 5. For 4. Pressing the knees out for 3. Both as you stand and as you squat for 2. Good, last one. Awesome, let's come together, beautiful. Okay, we'll come down onto the floor now, kneeling position. I'm just going to take that cable just a little bit above the kneecap. Taking a deep breath in, we'll come to kneeling first. Roll the shoulders forward, back and down, and just a little lift of the chest. Opening through the front body. And then we'll place the hands down just underneath the shoulders. Have your weights at the ready, because we'll move into those in a second. Okay, so the cable's on your knees, heart rate should be up, mine certainly is. After that little warm up, deep breath in. We'll take the leg directly out to the back, foot's flexed, and leg is parallel to the floor, and then come all the way back into kneeling. So nothing moves at the spine, belly draws in. We extend for 10 and 9. And so you'll feel that cable providing enough resistance that you really have to work the hamstring and the glute and the quad to control as you come back in. Try and keep it as a fluid movement. There's no stopping and starting. It's just one continual movement from kneeling to extension to kneeling. There's no relief of resistance as we move through the rounds. 3 more. 2 more. Here's your last one. And we hold. A little pump of the legs, toes still flexed. And we lift and lengthen from the top of the thigh for 10. 9. Little double pulses. 8. 7. So you're getting 2 pulses per count. 6. 5. Barely in. 4. 3. 2. And 1 to the floor. Extend. We're doing 2 rounds of these. 2 and 3. Good. 4, 4 and 5 and 6. Now your stabilizing booty's probably feeling it as well. Mine certainly is. Good. 2 more. Last one. Hold, parallel to the floor, back of the knee is straight, toes flexed, pulse, 2 pulses per 1 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, good burn, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We come all the way in, have a little press back. You can untuck the toes if you'd like. Deep inhale. I'm going to deep exhale. Oh, feel that booty burn. Now we're still staying on that right leg theme. We're not done yet. Come back to your neutral. We're going to take it directly out to fire hydrant, knee to the side as we go. Out and back down. Now obviously because we've got the cable on, you're not going to be able to go quite as high as a 90-degree angle at the thigh. That's what we want to aim for. If you can get there, brilliant. But there's no shame if you can't quite get it up there, particularly if you're using a black band. That is the strongest band, which means you've got to work that much harder. Good. Here's 7 and 8. 3 more. Keep breathing. And 1. And relax. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, tuck the chin in, tuck the tailbone under, and then exhale, drop the belly to the floor. Inhale, round. It's just a little reset of the spine. And exhale. You'll notice that we're doing active recovery between each of the sets, so we're still moving all the time. We then extend your left leg out. Try and lift the thigh a little higher than the glute. within the hip line, and then come all the way back down. So I'm going to do 10 of these to the floor, kneeling. 9. And just check in with that back knee. You do want to make sure that it's fully extended. If it's even just slightly bent, you're not getting the full complement or full range or full benefit of this exercise. So do make sure, full stretch. Really important. 4 more. 3 more. Good, belly's in for 2. Longs through the top of the back. This last one we hold here. Legs fully parallel to the floor, toe flex, little pulse. We go for 1 and 2 and 3. Double pulses per count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're not done yet for 10. Come down to the floor, extend out, and 2. Extend, and 3. Good. Here's 4 and 5. For 6 and 7. Here's 8, 9, 10. Extend, hold, pulses. 1, 2, 2, 2. Good. 3, 2. Here's 4, 2 and 5, 2. 6, 2 and 7, 2 and 8, 2. 9, 2. 10, 2. Lower down. Big deep breath in. Out to the side fire hydrant for 10. Make sure the feet are flexed. And 9. Good. And 8. Excellent. Now just check in with your opposing elbow, your right elbow. We don't want to buckle that elbow and try and get away from the working leg. If you do that, it means that the side body's not engaged. You're not working your obliques. So really push into the floor, push the chest away from the floor. It's a very strong action, this one. Got to work that core as well. 2 more. Good. Last one. Squeeze all the way out. And then we untuck the toes. Press back in child's pose. And we'll have a little breather. Good. All right, we've upped the game, ladies. Up the ante. Okay, so we're going to take a little lie down on your back on the floor. We've still got our cable on, and we're going to be using the cable for our bridges, and then we'll take it off. So this is the last exercise with the cable for now. So we take a deep breath in, belly button pulls through to the spine. You can have your hands out from the shoulders, palms facing each other. If you want to make it even more challenging, hold on to your dumbbells. Otherwise, just face the palms together, shoulders retract back. So we want to draw the shoulder blades down and the ears away from the shoulders away from the ears. As we press into the floor with the soles of the feet, squeeze the glutes. Roll up through to bridge through the spine, slight pressing out of the knees, but keep your big toe knuckles planted into the floor. Don't roll onto the blade edge of the feet. Okay, that's really important. Then we roll all the way back down. Let's go 15 of these. Oh my goodness me. And 2. Making sure it's a roll up and a roll down. Here's 6. And lower. And 7. And lower. For 8. And down. 9. And down. 10. Good. 9. Good. And 8. Lower. 7. And 6. For 5. Here's 4. And 3. For 2. Last one. And lower all the way down. We'll hug the knees into the chest and just give those glutes a little squeeze. Beautiful, little stretch. All right, so we'll remove the cable from the ankles now, and we're going to roll through into your tabletop position one more time, and we're going to place one of your dumbbells just behind the nook of your right knee. Actually, no, we'll start with the left. I always do the right. That's just a bad habit. So we'll start with the left. We'll make the brain work a little differently, shall we? So from here, toes are flexed. We're going to squeeze that leg up into a 90-degree push back, and we're going to pulse the heel to the sky. So we're only coming down to 90 degrees and a little higher. We're not dropping it all the way down. 90 degrees and up, and then back to 90 degrees. So little short movements, small movements, tiny micro pulses. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now we go the bigger movement all the way into the chest and back. 2 and back. 3, knee to chest, nose to knee. 4 and 5. Keep drawing the belly to the spine. 6 and 7. 8, 9, 10. We come back 90 degrees. Big circle with the thigh to fire hydrant back to the floor. We do 10 circles. 1 and 2 and 3. Fluid movement 4. Here's 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9. Get ready to go the other direction to the floor. We come then straight out to fire, over the top to the floor. Fire to the 90 to the floor. Fire to 90 to floor. Let's make it fluid, no stopping in between. We do a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, the glute. 5. Here's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down. Let's have a little push back in a wide child's pose now. Let's take the feet together, knees open, drop the chest, and just let the heart rate come down. Beautiful. Really nice. Good. Okay, so we then come through. We're going to go into the right leg now. Let's make sure that we're even. So we'll do our push backs, 90 degrees, little pulses to start, belly's drawing in. Make sure that you drop the hips so they're even to the floor. Micro push and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go again. We go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's draw all the way in and knee into chest. You can point the toe so that it can come through, and then back flex the foot 90 degrees. In and back and 3 and back and 4. Good. For 5 and 6. Here's 7 and 8. For 9 and 10, straight back, out to fire, down to the floor. We kick back 90, fire to the floor. Let's make it fluid. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. 4, 5, 6. Try not to cut the movement short. Make sure that you do full range. 3 more, 2 more. I don't know about you, but this is making me very warm. Last one. We change directions. Fire, 90, floor. Fire, 90, floor. Make it fluid. 1 and 2. Good, good. For 3 and 4. Here's 5, 6, 7, no moving at the spine, push the floor away, 9, and last one for 10, whew, and down. That got everything a little fired up, didn't it? And press back into child's pose. Beautiful. All right, so let's come to a kneeling position now. We're going to move into your shoulders and a little bit of your upper body stuff here. So taking the arms down with your weights, knees directly underneath your hips. I'm just going to change my direction here so you can see. So we want to make sure we're not sitting back and on a 45-degree angle. It's going to put a lot of pressure on that lower back. So we want to make sure hips come directly underneath you, squeeze your butt cheeks, chest lifts. So we've got a big gap between the lower rib cage and your hips. We're not slouching, okay? So none of the shoulder rolling forward. This stops us from breathing. It also means belly's not working. It's all budgy, soft, not engaged, which also means we're not working into the lower back or protecting the lower back. So belly in, big gap, shoulders down, big space for lungs to move. We then bring the weights to the front of the body. We're going to go straight up above the crown of the head and then straight down to the front of the thighs. Now we don't want to be swinging off those knees either. So squeeze the butt cheeks, everything's stable from the waist down. Lengthen, lift the chest through the arms as the weights control down. For 2, so this is working the front of the shoulders. For 3, also the core to stabilize. For 4 and 5. Good, here's 6. Now, if you do find this a little bit too much for your knees, you can come to standing. Same positioning with the torso, just standing on your feet. Or you can stick a block underneath your sit bones between your thighs and just sink your sit bones back on that block. Again, nothing moves at the torso. Same rules apply. Good. We have 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful. We now take the arms to the side of the body and same thing. Come parallel to the floor, shoulders stay down. We don't want to lift the shoulders up by the ears, so keep them dropped and reach the fingers away from you and then back down to the side body. For 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 and down. For 5, let's pace it out. We do a 1, control, 2, control. So it's a light movement up and a slow control down. 8, 9, let's get to 15. Here's 10. If they're starting to burn, awesome. 5 and 4 and 3. Good. For 2. Last 1 and down. Beautiful. We then bring the hands in 90 degrees. Turn the palms up. We then curl straight up and back down to the back of the hand being on the thigh. I'm going to change my direction again. You can see that my arm is actually at the side of my body and then in front of my thigh. At no point do I let my elbow slip back. That does not make this exercise effective. So we want to keep it almost in front of your body. Slightly in front. 8, 9, good. Here's 10. 5 to go, 4 to go, 3 to go, 2 to go. Now we're going to do halfway with these curls up to tabletop or waiter's carry and then straight up back to waiter's carry. 2. Let's go for 10. 3 and 4. Chest up. 5. Belly in. And 6. Is 7. Get ready to do full range of that bicep curl one more time. Back of the hand to the thigh and lower. And 10 and 9 and 8. Good. Here's 7. Are they burning? I hope so. And 5. For 4, for 3, get ready to do your half range again from waiter's carry to top. 2 more. Last one, here we go. Halfway to the top, halfway to the top. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Good, breathe, you got this. 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Hold here. We then come down to waiter's carry, extend the arms so that they're palms up parallel to shoulders. Ooh, nasty. Come back into waiter's carry. That wasn't very nice, was it? Shall we do it again? We do out and in for 2 and in and 3 and 4 and 5, 4, 6 and 7 and 8 for 9 and 10 in, lower down. We then turn the palms to the thighs. Good. Come all the way up, straight out to the side, palms down. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. For 4 and 5. Here's 6. Chest up. 7. Make sure those shoulders stay away from the ears. 9, don't let those traps get involved, those neck muscles, top of the shoulders, no, no, no. 2 more. Last one, come all the way down, beautiful. Now we bring the arms in as though we're doing a bicep curl. Thumbs come to shoulders, pinkies are away from you. We're then going to tilt the body on a 45-degree angle. You can shift the sit bones back over those heels, absolutely fine. We're then going to extend the arms back. This is working the back of the arms, the triceps, and then come all the way back in to elbows tucked into the side. For 2, 3, we're doing 30 of them, guys. Keep breathing, your own pace. Good, make sure that the weight and the arm, when you kick it back, is parallel to the floor. If you notice that this is happening, that's not so effective, okay? So you want to make sure that that arm goes up towards the back, parallel to the floor. Good, belly's in. Chest is lifting still. Shoulders are still away from the ears. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay with me. We're going to add a little bit of extra fun on the end of this last movement. Are we ready? Hold the weight out. We then pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift the arms. 7, 8, and 9 and 10. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is good, isn't it? You want to do more, don't you? Should we do another 10? Yeah, let's go. And 10, 9, 8. Breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holy mac. Down we come. Whew. Give them a roll. Give them a roll. Give them a shake. Goodness me. All right. We'll do some abs. Okay, so arms are done in every way. Let's come down to the floor and we're going to take one of the weights in your right hand, extend your left leg. You can point the toe or flex the toe. The knees are parallel, grounding down through the right foot. Reach your right arm back. Inhale, belly pulls through to the spine as we exhale. We reach weight to toe, come all the way up. You want to make sure these knees stay parallel. And then we roll back down, weight comes down to the floor. Just 10. Exhale to the top and down. And 3, roll down through the spine and then roll up through the spine. Here's 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. For 9. And 10. Beautiful. We change sides. Weight in the left hand. Extend the right leg, sorry. And we sit up. Exhale. 1. And down. And 2. And down. And 3. And down. And 4. Good. And 5. Here's 6. And 7. And 8, 9, last one, 4, 10, and lower. Beautiful job. We can hug the knees into the chest. Really good, guys. Big deep breaths. Let's place the right foot on the floor, extend the left heel to the sky. You can hold on behind the thigh, the calf, or if you have socks on or no socks on, grab hold of the big toe with that peace finger grip. And let's just extend the back of that thigh, back of the knee. Not locking the knee, but there is a length at the back of that knee joint. Good. We then cross left ankle over right knee, figure 4. We will do a fairly decent glute stretch today because we have worked them quite hard. Now, if you don't have any sciatic nerve impingement or any sacroiliac inflammation, so the lower back is absolutely fine, what I'll get you to do is take a bind with the legs, cross left leg over right. You can wrap your foot around the lower calf if you can. If not, then just place it to the side. Take the arms to 90 degrees and we take the legs over to the right side. If you find that you've got SI joint, sacroiliac joint inflammation, just do a gentle extension with the right leg, and just a supine twist gently without forcing, no hands. Just to open up through the top of the chest is really the focus. It's not the lower back. But if you don't have any dramas at the lower back, any concerns, then take your full bind. And this just also stretches through the outer hips just that little bit deeper. Pull the belly button through to the spine, keeping your bind. We'll come back to the center, unravel the legs, and then cross right ankle over left, flexi toes as we take your figure 4 stretch on the second side. And we'll just repeat all of that. Big deep breaths. Beautiful. We then take the right leg, wrap it around the left, otherwise just hold on to the left knee as you extend, the right knee as you extend the left leg to the floor. Arms at 90 degrees, back of the hands to the floor, palms up, and we just gently allow the body weight to take you over as we come to your supine twist. And then coming back to the center and knees in together towards the chest. Now as we roll them, we'll do this about 4 or 6 times. Make sure that you go both sides equally. As we roll the knees over to the right, I invite you to take both arms over to the left. Now coordinate this as a fluid movement. Inhale with the breath. And then exhaling, transfer over, top of the back and arms to the right, knees to the left. Inhale and exhale. Try not to fall. You want to make it as controlled as possible. And through and over. Exhale. And notice if one side is easier, more controlled, a lot stronger than the other. Does one side want to flop and fall out of the movement, or can you maintain the control all the way through? What do you need to do to even them out? Is it the positioning of the knees? Is it the coordination with the arms? Good. And then last time, when you've completed it evenly on both sides, hug the knees into the chest, nose to knees, and we'll rock and roll up and down the spine a couple of times. And come into your high plank. And we'll take your right knee to the edge of the mat. We'll come down into pigeon. Your options, variations for pigeon, you can grab the back toe. You can fold all the way forward. You can interlace left up under right. Maybe take a bind with the right around the back body. Whatever you feel you need most to access the deepest version of this stretch, where you can also let go. Good. We then come back up onto those hands, step back into your high plank, take the other leg forward. Again, making sure that you align the shin bone to the front of the mat, if you didn't do that on the other side. And your variations can be left arm, right leg. You can even do right arm, maybe even taking it into the nook of the elbow. If you can keep the shoulders square, that's even better. You may wish to interlace right arm underneath the left, perhaps even taking the left behind. Or just a reclined pigeon, forehead on the hands. Beautiful. We then come all the way back up, step back into your high plank, and we'll just lift the sit bones for a moment as we come into just one downward dog. This is a very healing, nourishing posture when taken for your body. Okay, so we want to make sure that we keep the knees bent if you need to. Tilt the sit bones right up to the sky, and perhaps then gently just encourage one heel down and then the other as you alternate the lengthening at the back of the calf towards the floor. We then lower the knees down, come to a seated position. We'll extend those legs out in front of you, wherever's comfortable for your hips. So you can take them either apart or you can take them together. You can point the toes, you can flex the toes, or reach forward, whichever variation you choose. If you do want to use your band, you can also pop that just around the edge of the feet and actually pull on the band to draw the body forward. And then when you're ready, just release. You sit up tall. Let's roll all the way down through the spine. And you may wish to take the feet to the edge of the mat, maybe windscreen wipe the knees into the center. Just notice how that feels. Gentle release, internal rotation of the femur bone, your thigh bone, in that hip socket. And then when you're ready, lengthen all the way down. Just find your stillness. After all of that movement, we did not stop once. This is your chance to just stop. Be still. The only movement comes from the expansion and contraction of the belly and the lungs as you breathe. Feel the body completely let go. And indulge in that contrast between the constant motion and the activation, that constant activation of the body that we've just done for the last 40 minutes. And then the stillness, that contrast between constant activity and then nothing. What does that feel like? Does your body or your mind still want to stay active? Are you resisting the stillness on some level? And without judgment, just observe what's going on for you. And start to slow everything down with the breath. Start to lengthen both phases of the breath. No forcing, just a lovely little game into play of extending both the inhale and the exhale just a little more than the last round. Allow yourself another 2 rounds of this extended breath. And when you have completed the second round, bring the knees into the chest, plugging the back into the floor. Extend the legs to the sky and extend the arms. And in your own pace, start to give them a little shake. It can be tiny little shakes. It can be quite big movements, kicking the legs, shaking the arms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come into stillness. Interesting sensations. Feel that energy pulsing through your body. Beautiful. We then rock and roll up and down the spine a couple of times. Feel that massaging of the glutes into the floor. Ooh. And when you're ready, come to a seated position with the legs crossed. We'll take the right ear to the right shoulder, maybe take it into a little side bend and back to the top. Left ear to left shoulder, maybe into a little side bend. If you want to do that again. And over the other way. Back to center. Beautiful. We reach the arms all the way up above the crown of the head and draw the palms down as we take a bow. And namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful day. It's been an absolute pleasure guiding you through. A little bit more challenging with the weights being added in, so hopefully you enjoyed that. And we'll see you soon.